Welcome to Verbal Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Today, we're going to call this the code, right? And the reason why I came up with the idea on calling this the code is simply because of watching the Colin Kaepernick story and titled Colin Kaepernick in Black and White, right? And the code was, okay, now here's a young black adopted kid, right, by two white parents. Now, he faced discrimination, but as he stated in the show, he didn't have the wisdom or the words to explain what he was going through. So he'd ask his two white parents, man, why did this lady just come up and jazz me in the back and treat me that way? And and the parents like, the manager? But basically what they're saying is, look, I can't side with you over systemic racism because we're on code. We're together. But what I can do is show you and teach you how to behave or how to be so you don't draw suspicion from white people. What I can do is teach you how to fall in line with the mindset of white people on how they see black people. And so when he got his braids, his parents was like, no, that's white people. We don't like black people with their hair like that. We only will accept you in our society if you cut it. Because in their mindset, America is theirs, and you have to comply with the way that they see things to be. So a law, the Crown Act on how you can't discriminate against the way someone wears their hair had to come into play, and black people have to fight to get that into play. Now, with this current election, they talking about Virginia and first black this, first black that, and how Biden is failing at his job, right? Let's go back. And remember, we're on, it's called code. Now, we can go back to Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was reelected because he made statements, one, about ending welfare and the right or Republicans cheering him on. Right. Obama came in and got elected because because Bush had tanked the economy. Obama's getting ready to rebuild the economy, and they said that Obama was giving these bailouts. They call it corporate welfare, tying welfare. Black man, you receiving welfare, or you giving welfare, right? Okay. Now, Trump came in. Obama. Now here's Trump. He's coming in with the race baiting, right? Obama is not from America. The birthers, right? And that sparked white people. Yeah, birthers. That really, and Trump knew. As long as I throw the race and talk about racism, I'm a shoo-in, right? Now, the test was, this is code. This is good cop, bad cop, right? The test was, okay, I'm Trump. I'm going to just say all kind of outlandish. I mean, I can stand in the middle of Times Square and shoot someone and won't lose any voters, right? Because he knew as long as underneath that, I'm talking race. I'm saying we got telling white people, you got to watch out for black people. They're coming. They trying to take this. They trying to take your job. They want to take over America. Put that fear in white people, and they run out panicking. We got to get Trump in there. He's gonna be the Moses, our Moses. He's gonna save us from the minorities, right? They knew the game. That's the game. Trump knew the game. So Trump gets in, right? So now they're saying, okay, Bernie Sanders, powerful. I mean, he getting ready to win the Democratic nomination to be the president of the United States, right? But what do? They call in Clyburn. Clyburn comes in, cries, and says, "Oh, we got to get Joe in." Why? But why though? Because black people either loyal to the Democratic Party or they loyal to the Republican Party. You got more loyal Democratic blacks than you do loyal Republican blacks, but at the end of the day, they're gonna be loyal to both parties, right? He come in, okay, Biden, we're gonna get you in there, but you're gonna have to stick to your promises on police reform and infrastructure and helping black people, so on and so forth, right? Biden, yeah, I got you, right? Ice Cube comes with his three-step plan or whatever for America. He's going to get in the White House and Biden, look, after the election, if I win, Cube, I'll invite you in and we can go over your program, right? Okay, yeah, right. And so that was just to get him in, right? Because Biden knew all I got to do is just get in there. And so Biden was being accused of sitting on his hands and not following through with the promises that he had made to the black community, although he did state that he was elected president due to the black vote. So usually you would throw those constituents a bone. You throw the people who put you in the office, you give them something. Hey, thank you, y'all got me in. This is what we'll do, right? So Clyburn comes out and says, we got to hold Biden accountable. He got to stick to his campaign promises. And that was the last you heard of that, right? So it leads one to believe that, hey, man, wait a minute. They play a good cop, bad cop with us all over again. And black people, we fell for it again, right? Keep falling for it. We keep falling for it. Now, the sad part about it is that if you want to scare... Okay, black people is pushing. They gaining ground. We want ground. We want this. We want this, right? And you got a black candidate that's on a grassroots level. You see, this is what they know. You can't be campaigning on a grassroots level trying to make bones for yourself, trying to make a name for yourself, and not running to activists who's out there in the streets, i.e. Nation of Islam, the Moors, or whatever Hebrew Israelites out there, in the community or whatnot. You got to deal with these people, right? Now, white folks sit back and they watch this. So once you come on stage, they'll say, this guy was known for saying supportive things for Louis Farrakhan. Now they want to see the black folks' reaction. But now they start to get upset because black folks like, man, we not dodging. We love Farrakhan. We ain't dodging the Farrakhan question no more. So what? Hell, all the stuff Trump did and you all is still siding with him. We'll side with the minister. And the dynamics of the thing is, which is great, is the fact that, okay, yeah, now even though the Democrats lost Virginia, look at how many black people picked up seats, right? Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty, right? And as you all know, I did the show yesterday on critical race theory, as they deem CRT, right? Now, CRT and wokeism is the new boogeyman for white people because they're going to use that as a dog whistle to scare white people. They want to teach critical race theory to psychologically affect young white kids into feeling guilty about their ancestors' participation in slavery. So we need a little gel. We need some glue. We need to make it stick. So we'll get Condoleezza Rice on The View to come out and say, I think it's wrong to have white kids feel guilty about slavery or something that they didn't have anything to do with. It's like, wow, wait. If the truth and a truth self sets you free, make someone feel guilty, then that's something they have to internalize and figure out why do they feel guilty about what members of their race done to others, right? That's not on black people. But teaching it is very important, because if you don't, then that ugly history will repeat itself. This is science. So what you're telling me is, when it comes to black people, we throw mathematics and science out the window and we just go on feelings and beliefs. Come on. No. The scary part, right? I mean, the scary part is, you got so many black people that's woke. So now the term wokeism is demonized, because they saying, hey, we need to put these fires out of these awakened black people who has awoken from the sleep that white people put them under. And what is that sleep that white people put black people under? For years, black people wasn't allowed to read or write, which symbolizes sleep. So if you couldn't read or write and you needed direction, you had to go to the one who could, i.e. the white man, to get direction on the journey you was trying to travel. He had to point you in the right direction. And he loved that job, because now he can either point you in the right direction or he can point you in the wrong direction. You wouldn't know, because you couldn't read the warning signs or the signs pointing you in the right direction. Right? So most of the time they will point you in the wrong direction and have a good laugh at your expense. But when you started to read and write and start to look at things for yourself and read the signs for yourself, you knew the direction to go. So now you're on the right direction. So then what they do, we're going to put the police on that pathway. Now we're going to harass you. We're going to shoot you down. Because now you're going in the right direction. So then what happens? We need to start. We pay taxes too. We got people in high positions. We need to defund the police to cut some of this stuff out, right? So now the police upset. Hey, man, what are we doing? They defunding us. We're not getting this overtime. We losing money. Hey, y'all got to do something about it. Okay, well, look, we got to put the right people in the office. We got to vote the right people in the office who think like we think, but we got to stay on code. Well, what's going to drive white people to the polls to get, what's going to scare them this time? We used everything. Now, man, we got to use ideology, the black ideology of rising up and being woke and teaching critical race theory as a subject which was taught for lawyers who was seeking law degrees on how to deal with systemic racism within this system. We're going to turn that and say that they want to make white kids feel guilty, and it's affecting the psyche of our young white children, and it spreads to the community. What? Well, we can't have that. Oh my God, we got to come together. We're what? We're under attack by the boogeyman, because black folks not attacking nobody. So you have, under Biden, you have some of the strictest new voter laws. You got Texas passing the abortion law. They going after Brown versus the Board of Education with this critical race theory. And Biden is like falling asleep, I guess. I don't know. Now, some say, well, Biden, he's kind of old. He's elderly. He's doing the best he can. Some saying, bro, it was a setup. You've been played again. Black folks, you've been played again. You've been had. You've been hoodwinked. Been bamboozled. You've been run amok. But the thing about it is, it's not white people. No. It's black people. You on the field too. How many times will they run the same play and you don't come up with a defense for it? It's not them. We've been known that the Republicans and Democrats work together in the sense meaning the white Democrats, the white Republicans, will work together to stay on code for the betterment of the white race. I mean, come on. Come on. It's just the sad part about it is the black politicians who knows this, but they go along to get along because, they think that they smart enough to pull a blanket over the majority of the black people that's in their districts or in their communities. And so, the saddest part too, black people, man, look here. We all of us, if you coming up out of the South, you coming out of slavery, you came up out of poverty, you came out the hood. I don't care how many generations back, and the whole goal was to better yourself and move wherever you deem fit on your planet in America, because you are the natives and you was here first. So wherever your feng shui say move to, and people say, well, you moved out the hood into a white neighborhood. Ain't no white neighborhood. Hell, that demographic or that geographical area could just feel right to you. You go back and do your research and you find out before Europeans even came to America, your people was in that area and in that location. Right? So don't let nobody make you feel guilty to wherever you want to move on this planet, because the whole planet belongs to you. Okay. So don't let them and hell, have them preachers be, man, please. Don't let them try to make you feel guilty about what you doing. Yeah, you do what's best for you and your family, right? And it's just, and don't fall for the game. That's the thing. A lot, you know how we used to go when you were younger. Hell, you could tell. Time a white politician would come to the black church, everybody quiet. They on their best behavior. But now black folks go to that church every Sunday, get disrespected, business get talked about, they talk behind your back, gossiping, trying to, all kind of stuff was done to each other within the church, right? Time you got a white politician that come in and looking for your vote, pastor got everybody on their best behavior. You mean to tell me that you're not worthy as a people to be on your best behavior when you're surrounded by all these beautiful black people, that we shouldn't treat each other in a specific way, in a special way? What do you think the children looking at it like? Well, damn, you treating these people better than you treat your own people. Well, I don't want to play that game. Let me get back out here in these streets, because of the fraudness that goes on within the church. People don't want the fraud. They want real. They want reality. They want the truth. Man, some instances, some took oaths not to tell the truth. Some can't tell the truth because it exposed all the hidden lies and secrets that they've been doing for years upon the black community. So black people, we always been on two fronts. We fight systemic racism, white supremacy. Then we fighting our own who made a pact to be the Tom or the overseer to keep black folks in line. Because black folks scare white people unless, as Colin Kaepernick said in his documentary, unless you dress like Steve Urkel or Carlton Banks. They like the Carltons and the Urkels. Right. Anything other than that, they fear it, so they want to shut it down and shut it out. Right. But we fail to realize that this is our world too. We sharing this planet. Ain't no one race running the whole planet and everybody else gotta sit down or shut up and dribble, like they told LeBron James. Man, please, it don't work like that at all. We have a freedom and a right of expression, how we see fit, because white people, you did not create anybody. We came forth straight from the Creator, God Himself. So we do what we want to do. You know, we'll figure it all out, though. But I'm just saying, don't get hoodwinked. Don't fall for the bamboozle. Understand you're being played. Understand they play good cop and bad cop when it's convenient for them. And you sitting up there like, I thought y'all was down with us. I thought you was going to do this. What about all what you said and all the promises you made? That was just to get in a position to stop you. Verbal Pick Radio, we're out.